Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crystalis with me, jrpg. Now, we have a lot to do today, but the first thing I want to do is go ahead and get that barrier spell, which is going to be our reward for calming the whirlpools in the Angry Sea. That would be these right here. Now, there is one in particular that we really need to calm, and I'm going to show you that right now. I may as well kill these guys. Because I'm actually going to need a little bit of money for where we're headed next. And that whirlpool is this one here. Now, we heard about a shrine that's nearby. And that would be right here. And we can use our golden statue, and that's going to calm the whirlpools. We finally did it. The statue of gold is placed on the altar, and the Angry Sea is calmed. Isn't that wonderful? And since this guy respawned, we may as well take him out too. We literally just can't have enough money. Yeah, why not one more? They're $100 a piece, so there's nothing wrong with that. And now, Asina's going to contact us telepathically and say, jrpg, you've closed the whirlpool. I'll now teach you the magic of barrier as promised. We wise men will leave for Shyron in Mount Hydra. Azteca, the Grand Poobah, knows your role, and now Messia is calling you. It seems something has happened I can't ignore. I'll wait for you in Shyron. And now we have the barrier spell, and we'll check that out in just a second. But we can now access this part of the sea, which will allow us to get here. And this is the town of Swan. This is Swan, Draygonia Castle, and Goa are to the north. I hear Goa is becoming stronger from some new type of metal. And that's all very interesting news. We know that they kidnapped the people from Leaf to mine this metal. And Goa is where Sabera the Witch said she was taking Messina. So we'll definitely want to head north to confront her there, but we can't go there quite yet. We've got some things to do first. They say Draygonia's new metal armor can even withstand Earth's magma. That means they can easily attack Shyron Fort. Not good at all. No, that is not good because that's where all the wise people went. You bug me, go away, says the guy sort of dressed like a Draygonian guard. And this person says, the people of Draygonia are wonderful. It sounds like someone who is going insane, to be perfectly honest. Now, while I'm here, I think I want to talk to the wise men. And let's see what they have to say. How about you, Tornel? Kenzu is very intelligent. It was very inconsiderate for him to leave. What on earth happened to him? That's a good question. I don't know. And Zebu says Kenzu is good with his magic. If you need to see his true form, use paralysis on people. Interesting. Asina has nothing to tell us at all. And what about Kenzu? Little by little, you're becoming stronger. I'll recover your magic power. That is nice, and I believe I get to do it twice. Might as well. So now we know we can use paralysis to reveal Kenzu's true form. So let's see what's going on in town, inside the buildings. Stomp says, I haven't seen you for a while. I came to give you a message. Please find Kenzu and take him to Shyron. We need his power. I'm counting on you. And so what that kind of, is under saying, so to speak, is that, Kenzu is here, but he's hiding, and we need to find him. So we'll need to use paralysis to reveal his true form to locate him. But for now, why don't we visit the armor shop? So there's a bunch of new stuff, and we'll talk about each of these. The soldier suit is just more defense. The ceramic suit is much better. Obviously, you can tell by the price, but it will grant us resistance to fire attacks, which is pretty sweet. Same with the ceramic shield. And there's a battle shield here as well, which doesn't grant any special resistances, and is only a couple more defense than the ceramic shield. So right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and grab the ceramic shield, I think. And we'll go ahead and put that on. And let's see how much more defense we get before we do this. We've got 20. And that's going to bump us up to 30. That's quite a big increase. So I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and sell our old shield. And I think we're just going to save our money for now because we'll be finding some even more interesting stuff soon. But I think I just want to grab that shield for right now for sure. Let's check out in here. Very nice. Sing some more. Draygonia, Wiseman, who cares? Let's party. You know, I like this person's attitude. I think they've got it right. But we have important hero business to attend to. And this guy says, yeah, man, let's boogie. They're having a good old time in here. Now, there's only one building left to explore, and that's the bar. Now, if we look around here, it's not immediately clear if Kenzu's in here, so let's talk to everyone. Welcome. Please have some refreshments. No time, sorry. And this one says, don't talk to me like that. I don't even know what I said. You bug me, go away. And what about this last one? Have you seen that great one Kenzu around here at all? So I think I have a guess of which one it is, just given what a jerk he is. So let's get paralysis out and use it on this guy and see what happens. And Kenzu says, shoot! And he teleports away. And now, considering the fact that we can't go in any of the other buildings without being in a shop, this one is empty. The rest are shops, and we were just in the last one. There's only one real place to try, and that's in here. And now we remember from before there were only 4 people in here, so I feel like it's fairly obvious which one he is. Let's go talk to him. Many thanks for your promise. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. I wonder if it's a bad translation, but let's use paralysis anyway. And see what happens. And Kenzu says, shoot again. I can give you some of my power, but first can you find my pendant? It's in an underground river. And that's like a fairly reasonable clue where it would be, but I still consider that to be pretty obtuse where you would find that. Anyway, since we already found it, let's go ahead and use it. Love pendant is given to Kenzu. This was given to me by Asina as proof of her belief in me. I was right, it is from Asina. As promised, I'll teach you the magic of change. Now I must attend to other things. Go to Mount Hydra. And change is going to be very useful. We're going to need it for a couple of reasons. But we did learn barrier, and I did say we would try that out, so let's go ahead and do it. If you press down your magic use button, it will make a barrier around you, but it will constantly use your MP. So it's really not something you want to be using in combat. It's more of a puzzle-solving tool, or a way to progress when your way would otherwise be blocked. It's not something that you would actually really want to use in combat particularly, although you could. So if we head over here, the guards will say, how dare you come here, leave immediately, and immediately attack me. So I'm going to kill them both. Because I want their money, but if I do that, I can't get through here. So if I were to use the change spell, I could change into a Draygonian guard, and that would allow me to pass through here. But interestingly, I can change into a couple of other people, and the most interesting one is that I can change into a woman, which is going to be very useful. We're not going to go that way just yet. First, we're going to teleport back to Brynmare. Now, how would I know to do this, you might ask? I unfortunately maybe glossed over a little thing over here, and that is that there is a portion of the water that can be frozen to create an ice bridge over. And we could have immediately come here as soon as we got the water ball. We wouldn't be able to do much, but we would have been able to get something that we're going to get there. I don't want to spoil it just yet. But now that we can change into a woman, we're much more interested in coming here. and that's going to be right down here. This is the village of Amazonas, where only women live. Stay away, I hate men. You, a filthy man is here. Leave. And the guard says this is the house of Arillis, our leader. This is not a place for you. So let's see what happens when we go in the shop. Apparently she's willing to take our money even though everybody else wants to kick us out. Now let's check out this stuff. We could have waited to buy the platinum armor until now, but I think that's kind of crazy to do, but it would have been cheaper. But what I'm most interested in is these two, the mirrored shield and the sacred shield. The mirror shield is obviously a reference to Perseus in that it prevents petrify. The reference there, if you're not getting it, is he used a mirrored shield to defeat Medusa. And Medusa's cast Petrify on you in this. It is very good. And then the Sacred Shield will prevent paralysis, which is also really good, but it is crazy expensive. And I know that I just bought a shield, but I don't think I can resist getting the mirrored shield, so let's go ahead and do it. And let's check out what our defense is, 30. And let's see what it is when we put this thing on. Drops it to 24, but it does prevent the Petrify, which will be useful. It will tamp down the number of times we will have to cast Recover. But I'm going to hang on to the other shield just in case I want that fire resistance. Now, let's go ahead and change into a woman and see how everyone treats us after we do that. I actually like this character model a little bit better. I wish you could use your sword and stuff while you're changed and just be the character model that you've changed into, but let's talk to them now. Arillis is into fashion. She is looking for the Crystalis plant to make some perfume. Interesting. Our hunting skills are even better than a man's. You know what? I believe you. Please stay as long as you like. They're much, much nicer now. And so it's worth noting that if we remember talking to the Queen of Portoa, we could use the paralysis spell to prevent the guards from blocking us to enter, which we could do here, but I think it's much nicer, instead of paralyzing guards, to change into a woman. We take care of Arillis. She is good at hunting, but fashion is more important. And so I guess I am still deceiving her, but I guess that's better than putting her to sleep. Maybe? At least that's what I'm gonna tell myself. And now, if you did paralyze the guard, you could come straight here and head behind the throne room to find this, the Blizzard Bracelet. And oh, baby, this thing is sweet. Let's go ahead and put it on. We'll check that out in just a minute, but for now, we'll talk to everyone else. If we were unable to change into a woman at this point, we wouldn't be able to do anything else in here. The queen wouldn't talk to us, but we can, so she will. So let's do it. The Crystalis plant blooms in a cave near Portoa. That is actually a pretty nice clue for where that is. But we already have it, so let's talk to the queen. Welcome to Amazonas. I'm their gorgeous leader, Arillis. Make yourself at home and rest from your travels. I will. But for right now, I'm going to give her the Crystalis plant. So let's do it. Arillis accepts the plant. Oh my, the Crystalis plant. Is this for me? I'm so glad. I must reward you. This is my appreciation to you. Your kindness and modesty are much more beautiful than the finest jewelry. Go in peace. I feel really good about myself right now. And we get the Bow of Moon. And what that is not immediately clear right now, but we will need it later. Now, I might be interested in coming back here when I have a little bit more money. But for now, why don't we go ahead and get back to Swan. Because we have some things that we need to do here. Now, I kind of feel like before I head out, I should stay at the inn. Alright, now, why don't we get past those pesky guards? We're gonna get out our change spell. And we'll change into one of them. This ought to work, right? Very well, on your way. And they're gonna let me right through. Fantastic. Pretty sneaky. Now I'm gonna get refreshed out because this area can be a little bit dangerous. And I'm gonna want my wind sword, although I would love to try out the blizzard bracelet, but we're gonna need the wind sword for right now. Because we have some pretty dangerous new enemies here. They are not only dangerous, but quite numerous as well. They're fast and they have projectiles. So this area is kind of no joke. And they take a lot of hits, too. Now, don't worry, we're gonna be to a town pretty soon so I can afford to burn these level 3 charge attacks, but we do need to make some money while we're out here. Oh, this flying guy is messing me up. I will take that cash. I would like to have a little more than maybe $6,000 before we head in. So we're gonna grind for just a little bit here. And this is really not a super safe place to grind, so I do need to be concentrating. Look at this, there's 4 of them. And they're so fast. Oh, I really want that coin. Come on. There we go. But this is what we're going to be doing for a little while, so I'll cut to when we've got a little bit more money. Alright, I think we've done enough grinding for right now. And look at the new color palette of this place. It's so sweet. And despite the fact that this is lava, we can still create an ice bridge over it, which is pretty handy. And now let's try and get in. This is Shyron Fort. I can't let strange people in. Now, they don't know me, but they do know Stomp. I'm gonna have to use a magic ring, huh? Well, that's okay. And now we can go ahead and change into Stomp. And let's see what they think about that. Hello, Stomp. Please enter. Except for they still block the way, so we'll just go out and come back in. That's better. And where have we ended up? This is Shyron. People come here to train to be wise men and hide out from Draygonia as well, but even this place isn't safe anymore. That is unfortunate news indeed. Now, we do desperately need to stay at the inn. And I feel like we can safely change back into ourselves now. And it's Akahana. Hi, do you remember me? Of course I do. You're leaving stuff all over the place. I live here because the people from my hometown of Goa have changed. I felt very uncomfortable there. That's right, he was a citizen of Draygonia and didn't like what was going on. So he left. On the way here, I lost my wife and children. That is no good. It's a sad story indeed. Asina is helping the wounded around the clock. And Stomp says the people training here are all fools. I'm worried. I mean, they did let me right in, so... And Asina says, jrpg, Zebu is waiting for you in the back of the temple. See him immediately. And I will. In just a minute after I finish talking, everyone, Asina. Ooh, give me water. Yep, they are injured due to the terrorization from Draygonian forces. look at all these trainees. Yeah, hey, yow. Those are some training sounds if I've ever heard them. Tornel says, good, you finally made it. We're training these people here. We have a lack of men and are having troubles because of that armor. We are losing the battle. Our medical staff can't keep up with the wounded. That's right, with their new armor, they can kind of scale Mount Hydra and freely attack this place, which is not good. Not good indeed. But one thing I am interested in doing is checking out the armor shop. And so earlier, we did not buy the Sacred Shield because it was much more expensive. This is a much cheaper version, and this is what I wanted $6,000 for. This will prevent paralysis for us, so let's go ahead and buy it. And do I care more about paralysis or petrify? That's hard to say. We can probably hang on to all our shields for right now for when we want them. Why don't we find out how much defense the Sacred Shield has? We're at 24. So 28 is better. So I suppose we'll go with that for now. I have gotten paralyzed a lot more than I've gotten petrified. And there's one more thing that I'm interested in buying here. And that would be a magic ring for $800. Just being able to straight up buy these is pretty sweet. But we can't afford it for now. And so what I think I'm going to do is just go ahead and make that happen really quick. I figured out that using my Blizzard Bracelet makes grinding the adjacent area much quicker. So let's just get that done. So we can buy one magic ring and then I'll be pretty satisfied. I'm not going to worry about the armor because it's just going to require so much grinding that I don't really want to bother. But since I don't think I did any of these charge shots on camera, why don't we just check out a couple of them? I'm going to round up a few of these guys and then I'm going to let it fly. Pretty amazing, right? It was working much better than the tornado bracelet for me, and it has the benefit of happening to take out the flying attacker, who is very, very pesky. And since these guys are worth so much money, I'm just going to do this a few times, and I'll see you back in town when we've got some more cash. Alright, I figured since we were so close to level 13, we may as well make that happen. And honestly, at this point, we're pretty close to affording the armor, so we may as well just do it. Alright, so we're back at the entrance to Mount Hydra, and I just wanted to show this before I go inside. They're like, you caught us, so now you're just free to go in and out, which I think is pretty funny. So let's go ahead and stay at the inn, and now we have enough money for everything we want. So let's go ahead and buy it. Get my hands on this ceramic suit. And why don't we check out how much it's gonna help us? So we got 40 defense, and if we put this on, we end up with 50 defense, which is a pretty significant increase. I'm pretty happy with that. And then I do also want to hit the item shop, buy myself a magic ring, just because I can. And now we're broke again. And unfortunately for right now, we can't sell our platinum armor, but we do want to go talk to Zebu. So let's do that. Zebu says, great, you made it this far. Besides the 3 swords you now possess, the most powerful, the Sword of Thunder, is in the Cave of Styx. Evil spirits keep us from invading there. Watch yourself. The gate to Styx is at the top of Mount Hydra. Take this key and go. And now we have the key to Styxy. That would be the key to Styx, they just misspelled it. Part of the charm of these games, I think. And now that we've got that, we have everything we need to continue up Mount Hydra, but I think that's going to have to wait until next time because I'm all out of time for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.